Hola amigos! Welcome to my channel. My name is Jana and you're watching Curves on the Road. Today's video will be about a Rio Cancun resort in Mexico. We have spent 6 nights here and I'll tell you all the good, the bad, what to be ready for. Let's start with the worst, and that's the price. We came here at the time of a spring break, which was probably a bit stupid of us, but I didn't want it to be too hot, which again backfired because it was as hot as it's usually here even in summer. But the price was whopping $2,200 per 6 nights. If you do the math real quick, it's over $300 per night. And for this price, you kinda expect the highest luxury. So, did this hotel deliver? Let's find out. First, let's focus on the location. There is a part of Cancun called Zona Hoteliera, or Hotel Zone, and all these fancy all-inclusive resorts are kinda located around it. Same with the Rio Cancun, which means you are really close to the center of everything. For example, we had tickets for Coco Bongo. If you're interested how Coco Bongo is, I'll have a separate video on that. And you can just walk there. You don't even need a public transport or taxi. You just walk for 5-7 minutes and you're right there. So the location, definitely a good one. Can't complain about that. The reception, oh, it's gorgeous. When you enter, it looks like this ancient Greco-Roman style with a little bit of modern twist. You definitely can feel the luxury there. Super fast speed of lightning. Check-in, no problem there. Everybody spoke perfect English. The main thing that they will tell you at the reception is, first of all, Wi-Fi. You'll get a password and a username. You have to change the password the first device you log in, and then you can have 4 devices per room. Especially you will need the Wi-Fi for the hotel app. It is the crucial thing for you to enjoy this hotel and being up to date at what's going on. Literally, there's everything you might need to know. Which restaurants are open when, which program of the animations happening in which part of the hotel, pools, opening hours, bars, same thing, everything, even the menus of the restaurants. There are 3 or 4 a la carte restaurants, and the menu is just, you can either scan the QR code right at the restaurant, or if you want to get ready ahead, you just check it in the app and you know what you want for your dinner. Since we started with the food, let's continue there. Let's be real here, guys. If you came here to eat and drink, get this hotel. It's perfect. The all-inclusive program is top-notch. The alcohol is good brands, even the beer is drinkable, which is quite rare in these all-inclusive places. The food, wonderful. There is a restaurant themed as Asian or Japanese. You can have sushi there. We had sea tuna, absolutely brilliant. And I love the gyoza as a little appetizer. Prepare, you'll spend more time in the a la carte restaurants because you have waiters and the food needs to be delivered. If you're rushing for some evening program, just go to the main restaurant. The only one I would probably skip is the one that's supposed to be the most fancy, and that's called Culinarium. It was nothing special. The food was, I would say, mediocre. They had very similar stuff in the main restaurant, so that one if you don't have enough days here, I would say give it a pass. Then there is a grill bar. They have very good ribeye steak, so don't skip on that one. Or you can have a menu for two and share lots of assorted pieces of barbecue. That one's the most popular. Sometimes there is no reservation system, which on one hand you can't plan for a precise hour to have your dinner. On the other hand, every night we could get into the restaurant we wanted. They'll simply tell you, okay, if you want to eat here, it will be waiting time an hour, half an hour, something like that. The last a la carte restaurant is available also for lunches and dinners. We have every single lunch there because we love their steak with the cheese sauce. Oh my God, that's so good, guys. Definitely go get that one as well, but don't make the same mistake as we did, because we first thought it was just a buffet. There is like a pizza, pasta, some salads, cheeses. We were like, okay, and I guess that's not an a la carte restaurant, we just eat whatever. So we took a lot of food, and then they came and like, would you like to order the main course? And we were like, we have too much food, will we have space for it? The main course is not so big, so you will definitely find a space for it and get the steak. Generally, from the like groups of food, my favorite is the meat here. If you're not a meat eater, you probably won't understand the hype, because they have tender, perfectly cured meat, wonderful steaks, fish, all of it. The dessert department, however, lacks. So if you have a sweet tooth and you're just focused on desserts, you might be a little upset because it just misses the flair. I mean, the steaks are on a high-level restaurant level, and the desserts are like, yeah, the normal all-inclusive resorts kind of stuff. What I loved though, they had a Mexican night and they had churros. That was good, that was good. I thought they would have it every night, but it was just for the specific night. So keep an eye on that, and if you can, get yourself some churros. The main restaurant, as I said, like it has a little bit of everything. You can always find food that you will enjoy. Don't worry about it. I haven't been hungry since I set foot in this hotel. Now to the drinks. There are several bars. Actually, you can eat and drink 24/7 here. There's always one restaurant closes, the other one opens, so you can even eat at 3 a.m. Of course, it'll be just reheated burger or hot dog, but you can still get yourself a meal at night. Same with drink. There is a sports bar that is open 24/7. Most of the other bars close at midnight, so don't worry, you wouldn't get your cocktail. I went down with a little bit of a flu, so I was staying away from too much alcohol or the frozen drinks, but normally they have lots of the frozen kinds of alcoholic and non-alcoholic options. I would definitely do some damage there. The pools, there are 1, 2, 3, 4. Officially they say 4 pools, but could be 5. Technicalities, just basically wherever you can swim. There's one that is quite deep, 1.75 meters. So I couldn't stand there, which is nice. You have more space there. Not many people just wander around that one. Then there is a like pool bar where you can sit in the water, sip your drinks. And on the opposite side of the hotel, there is like the quieter zone. So there is not that much music and ambience, but you can have your peace and quiet, and the pools are not that busy because there's no bar at it. So if you wish for just sleeping at the pool or just have some quiet time for yourself, you can go to that part. There's even a whirlpool, which is overlooking the sea. Most of the pools are actually, you know, the endless pools where you can see down to the sea. Wonderful. Now let's move down to the beach. This hotel is quite accessible for the disabled because, except for this room that has stairs in it, everywhere you can get using ramps, elevators, so you don't have to step on one stair your whole stay if you don't want to, which is great. There's a ramp down to the beach, but also, of course, stairs. So the beach is quite narrow. I didn't see any umbrellas, so that's one thing. If you want to sit there, there's a shade made by the building and the palm trees, but it's not much. For me, I always stayed at the pools, few steps from the beach really, and just walked to the sea when I felt like it. It's a sandy beach, so you don't need shoes, but at certain parts there are stones and the seaweed, you know? So if you prefer to be safe, not to worry you step on an animal or a rock, you can wear the shoes for the water, but it's not mandatory here. Now let's get to the most disappointing part for me personally, and that's the room. If you're planning to spend your whole holiday in the room just with the room service and not going out much, and you paid the price and you expect it to correspond to that price, the only thing that didn't deliver for me was the room. Why? First of all, the bed. Oh, the bed. I don't like soft beds. This one is the soft and not even the right soft kind of the bed. The linen is cheap. I'm no expert on like bed sheets, but even I can tell they are super thin, and it was difficult to manipulate it not to sleep on the bare mattress, which is kind of disgusting when you're thinking how many people are here sweating and doing all sorts of things. You just don't like the feeling to sleep on the mattress, and when you didn't pay attention which part of the sheets to move and which not, you might end up doing that. So the bed, absolute down, no. There are sockets around, which is thumbs up. I mean, like in this level of hotel, it would be really disappointing if it wasn't. Generally, the room is really big. It has a couple of stairs, and then there is like a living room area with a couch that you can see behind me and a balcony. The balcony, it's a love and hate situation for me. It's really high covered, so you have to really tiptoe to have the sea view. On the other hand, if you want to like walk out naked, put your clothes out there, or just sit and enjoy your cocktail, you know, in your birthday suit, you can. So on one hand, you have a lot of freedom. On the other hand, the view of the sea is a little bit restricted. The bathroom, things I love is a separate toilet from the bathroom. It's always good when there is more than one person using the room. One can use the toilet and the other one can use the shower, which is kind of pleasant. 2 sinks, so you don't even have to fight with your partner over the sink. But very basic equipment. Again, perfectly fine, guys. Like, it's not that it would be... I know that you're probably looking at me and like, what is she talking about? This is perfectly fine. Just remember the price. We're talking $300 something per night. So from that standards, like the hair dryer insufficient, like it will do nothing to your hair, let alone dry it. No shower gel separated from the shampoo, just one terribly smelling bottle. I don't want those teeny tiny bottles. I don't need that. I understand it's bad for the environment, but they could have at least 3 containers for shampoo, conditioner, and shower gel, right? It's not like, this is like the man's cave where like the guy has one shampoo and he uses it for his hair, his whole body, car, and washing dishes. And yeah, for a girl who forgot to take her own shower gel, this was just uncomfortable for this level of a hotel. There's enough storage space in the room, of course, enough hangers. They would bring you more if you needed, no problem with that. There's a mini bar, that's another story. There's actually even like there are bottles of tequila, vodka, gin, and what was the last one? Well, you will see it in the video. So there is like a proper bar where you can take a lot of alcohol, beer, soft drinks, water, all refilled whenever you want. Also in the app, you can text the reception if you're missing something or you have some questions. You can just text them, we're missing water in the minibar, can you please refill, and they'll come. Another thing connected to services that has like 5-star rating for me, and that's the room service. In Europe, when you're not out of your room at 10 a.m. and don't come back after 3 p.m., there is a big chance you will not get your room cleaned that day. Here, whenever you put out the sign, please clean my room, you leave for an hour or two, you'll come back to your clean room. So absolutely perfect service here that they do it. Even when I prefer to stay sometimes the whole morning in the room and then leave, even in the afternoon, they'll do the cleaning. So that was perfect. There are obviously elevators that will get you to the higher floors. There are 2 or 3 buildings. We're on the left-hand side if you're overlooking the sea. And it has just 6 floors. We're on the 5th. Absolutely perfect. The only problem, the noises. I think it's the second hotel we're in Mexico. If you want to watch the Windham Garden review, I also have it on the channel. And the walls are thinner here in Mexico. I don't know if it was just coincidence of those 2 hotels, but for example, at night, if somebody's screaming at the corridor or in the rooms near you, you can hear it a bit. If you have a late flight like us, there's a courtesy room right behind the reception. You just take the corridor at the very end, and at the courtesy room there are showers. You can take a shower. There are towels so you can dry yourself and change. So wonderful. So that's it. That's the whole video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, why don't you give me an all-inclusive thumb up? And you can subscribe to my channel because I upload every Sunday. Thank you very much for watching. Have an amazing rest of your day and bye!